Double cheeseburger meal, 10-piece chicken nuggets, Coke Zero, chocolate shake.
McChicken, fries, barbecue sauce. You can't do ketchup, even though I love ketchup.
No,
Holden?
guys.
I'm thinking a what's up?
Go ahead, Holden. What you?
I'm thinking a McChicken, 20 nuggets with both sweet and sour and barbecue sauce, and then give me a Coke with that.
Delicious.
I'm gonna have to go with Holden on this one. The 20-piece nuggets is key, but you got to get the large fries too. McChicken with barbecue sauce, sweet and sour sauce, and a shamrock shake.
Shamrock shake.
And for the family of 6, there is a special 40-piece nuggets with 2 large fries.
Ooh, you know what you got to order extra, Mike?
Here's mustard.
That was the greatest intro of all time.
We've done some crazy stuff.
Like I feel like if I'm dreaming, those are the voices that are in my head in my dreams. You know,
is that only racers will understand when you are stuck eating hotel food for 2 weeks. Because you start eating hotel food as soon as you get to LA. When you start eating hotel food and you start racing and you're from room service to room service, and then you hit that airport and that Mickey D's shows up. Nothing hits better than that Mickey D's after racing for 2 weeks. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like I think it's true. I think that like you're so tired, all you want is like a taste of America, and like right there,
yes.
Give me my 20 nuggets.
Yes.
And here's the thing: like we grew up traveling, we love to eat all different types of food, but nothing compares to the McDonald's World Tour.
And
you want to introduce our guests first?
They don't need introduction, dude. They don't need introduction. People know who they are.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys are starting to be some fan favorites out there. I'm looking at.
I'm not done talking about McDonald's, Michelle.
Go.
When we were in Jordan, it was the funniest.
Here we go.
It was like everybody talked about their diets on the show. Everybody talked about how good they eat to get ready for the race. But as soon as all of us were in Jordan, we finished our 2 legs in Jordan, we all just gravitated towards McDonald's. We were just so happy. By the way, the most underrated sandwich.
I have a question. Okay, go.
The most real quick. The most underrated sandwich on this planet is the McGriddle. The McGriddle has pancake buns with syrup inside. It's a masterpiece.
I was telling my girlfriend that exact same thing. I said the greatest invention of all time is the McGriddle. It's just deliciousness in every bite.
Okay, here's my question.
McDonald's sponsor us.
Please.
Did you spend your leg money on McDonald's?
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, basically, it wasn't, we starved ourselves for the first 2 legs. And then we were like trying to observe our competition. But like what we were observing, other people are observing strategy, like how to get ahead. We were observing like how they were fueling themselves. And I think it was like literally leg 3 where Holden was like, Han, we have to take advantage of this gold mine that is at our disposal. And that is where it began.
Yes.
Well, Lewis, during one of our legs, we were at the airport, and Lewis asked me for green Pringles. And I almost said no.
But this was like towards the end already. We're already like.
I told him no.
I think we're going to Iceland.
Just in case. Do not spend our money. Nobody in the audience knows how like essential. We actually don't even know how essential money is because for our season it wasn't as important. But was it worth it?
I mean, yeah, of course, it's McDonald's. It's like it's called a Happy Meal, you know? Like we're so happy to eat our McDonald's.
Okay, but did you ever think if I just spent my money on something that I needed money for, how am I going to make this money up?
You know, the thing is, like, have you ever thought of living in the moment? Because that's what we were really trying to prioritize on this race. And I also want to give a shout out to our mom because she is such a health freak, and we grew up like you know, almond moms, you know that meme, like that is our mom, and we love her for it. But like this was our chance to shine and like be free and like eat what we wanted, and like we were just two kids with a happy meal. Happy kids with a happy meal. You know what I mean?
It just took you back to your youth. Han and Holden, thanks you guys for being on with us. We're super excited to have you on. You guys have been so fun to watch. And so I just want to get to know you guys a little bit. So Han and Holden, you guys are from the Bay Area, correct? And you are 7 years older, Han?
No, I am.
Where did I get 7 from? 3 years.
We haven't hung out in like 7 years.
Yeah,
that's where
I got the 7 from. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna ask you guys like being like I was like, no, she doesn't look. I'm not trying to call her old. No, she didn't look that
old. Well, they're also Asian, so they don't age.
So I was I was gonna ask you guys a bunch of questions because me and my sister are 9 years apart. So our dynamic growing up was very different from you guys. So I'm not gonna talk about that. But so like when you guys growing up, how like it's kind of obvious you guys fought a lot, right? So get me a story, like something that you guys fought about that you always talk about to your friends or something.
Holden, want to take this one?
I think you got it.
Okay, I guess I got it.
It's a good off.
I think the lore is basically, so just to give you guys context, Holden was my little shit brother, and I love him for it. He's the best. But basically, he got away with everything growing up. So I was like, followed the rules, whatever my parents wanted from me, I did it, got myself into an Ivy League school, like swam D1. And Holden got kicked out of middle school because he broke the rules. Oh, there you are. Holden broke the rules. And so he got kicked out of middle school, and he ended up going to a military boarding school in 7th grade. So basically 8th grade. Sorry, Holden. And so basically we didn't hang out for like 7 years because once he went to boarding school, I went to college. And so there was all of this time apart. And so in terms of like the way we grew up, like it was a very competitive environment, like, but the thing is, it's competition in a weird way because like I was trying to succeed in terms of following the rules, like, you know, put your nose to the grindstone, swim, get to an Ivy League school. And Holden straight up would like, he just hated swimming so much that he would leave practice early, like to go wet his hair in the shower and then like magically pretend he was taking a shit for like 2 hours and then come back and be like, oh my God, practice is over. That's crazy. And so like that was our dynamic.
So Holden goes to boarding school and you're off to college. And so you guys only lived together till, you know, Holden was what, until 7th grade? 13 years old.
I was 13.
And then when did you guys decide to apply together? Like when did that become an idea? Was it something that you always talked about growing up or just like recently, like, hey, let's give it a shot?
So yeah, like growing up, I think that like anybody who watches the show probably has someone they have in mind when they're doing it. For us, that was just each other. And so like, yeah, like everybody else would be like, who would do that roadblock? Who would like, which detour would we pick? And I remembered like, I wanted to do the race, like naively, like how like a 2nd grader would want to be an NBA player. And so I remembered like when she went to college and she came home and she was like, no, I would do it with my boyfriend. I felt so fucking betrayed. I was like, oh my God, that is the most fucked up thing you could say to me right now. And so like, I really like, yeah, but like full circle moment is, I think like December of 2023, I am not doing well academically. I am getting absolutely slaughtered in this one math class, and I'm like, oh my god, this is going awfully. And so I just knew I wasn't gonna do well on the final anyway. So I was like, you know what, like. The Amazing Race is on Netflix. They have like 3 different seasons on right now. I'm gonna watch all 3 seasons. And so instead of studying, I literally watched all the seasons on like 2 speed. Just had to walk down memory lane. Like I don't think I ever remembered Boston Rob playing, but then I was like, dude, this guy's my idol. This guy is so good at the Amazing Race. And when I got home, Han was like simultaneously taking a career break, and I was like, I think we should audition for the Amazing Race. I think we should like try to make this happen. I think we could win. And from then on, like she had a flight to Sri Lanka. So we like recorded our audition video, did all of those things. Like I reached out to a ton of casting producers. And then before she got on that flight to Sri Lanka, like we had everything squared away for our application, and she was able to go and enjoy it. And I was able to not do very well on my final.
So how many times did you guys apply?
Once. We got super lucky. It was
Nice.
incredible.
Mike, is that how you felt when I was like, hey, I'm auditioning with my husband for the Amazing Race?
No,
Sorry, Mike.
you know, to be honest, it's like, I know that mom said, oh, you know, if you were with Mike, but to be honest, I don't know how it would do. You know what I mean? Like,
let's you know, really talk about that. Your mom, my beautiful mother-in-law, after we lost $1 million, came up to him. She's like, you know, you did a good job, but if Michelle would have ran the show with her brother, he plays the piano. They would have won. I'm like,
Oh my god.
thanks, Mom. But yes, I love my mother-in-law. Margarita, you're not watching, but I love you. So, you guys disappeared. There you are. You have any questions? I know we had like online questions.
I do have a question, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're gonna let me ask this question.
Why? Okay.
I want to know about their.
okay.
Can I or no?
Okay, yeah. We don't have it ready.
Oh, okay.
We don't have their intro ready, babe.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sorry, guys. Wait, what was their intro?
I want to know.
Oh, the
who
noogie.
Who thought of the whole noogie thing? Like
The other way.
Yep. I'm trying to think of. We just noticed that you guys were nugging each other. We've seen every single episode, and it was just this one that we noticed. And who was it that did it to one or the other?
It was me. I think I have like the creative brain, and I don't know, plotting. I was like, how can we like tell this message of like who we are in that 1 second? But
Yeah.
it is kind of iconic. I think it's an iconic move.
I think it kind of is. But I'm trying to remember though. It was you, Han, you were doing it to Holden, or Holden was doing it to... Oh, okay.
Come on, babe.
And Holden,
Really?
you allowed her? You were like, okay, fine, you
Of
can
course, he's the little
I
brother.
thought it was really funny. I feel like Luis gets it. Yeah, it's just little brothers get noogied. It's just the way of life.
That's how it is. Whoa, great question, babe. Noogie talk. Guys, let's get into the episode. So Han and Holden, you guys were technically leaving last out of where were you? Osaka, right? And you guys, all right, so you guys are technically in last place, and your train left, I want to say 40 minutes behind the second to last train. So those times that you see on TV, were those accurate times, or were they a little bit off? Because sometimes they skew the information.
I think it was
honestly don't
accurate.
remember.
I think it was, no?
Yeah.
I think the thing is-
it felt accurate.
But
Yeah,
you
I
guys,
Also, it was like when we went into this leg, we kind of just like were in Delulu mode, which is something that we do in every single leg, where I was like, Holden, how far behind do you think we are from the last team? And he was like, 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, we're fine. It'll be fine. And then it wasn't until after we realized that we started like an hour behind the last team.
Wow, that's crazy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Nick and Mike, their start departures, their pit start times to leave. Nick and Mike was second to last at 9:38 a.m. and Han and Holden came out at 10:34 a.m. So close to an hour you guys were behind. But you guys survived, which is huge. Yes. And your train was 40 minutes behind the next train, because train 5 had Bernie and Kerrigan, Brett and Mark, Nick and Mike at 10:39. And then train 6, Han and Holden, you guys left at 11:18, so about 40 minutes behind there. So you made up about 20 minutes because of the train, but still 40 minutes behind in the race. So, but you guys did an absolute great job coming back. So we have some quirky little segments that we do here, guys. All right, we're a little bit weird here, okay? So we're just gonna go straight into it. And Mike, I'm not sure if you're ready for this because we're changing it up today.
Oh gosh,
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back to last season. This was a hot segment, a hot segment for last season, and it's called the Wheel.
Oh, I'm not ready. I am ready, but I'm not ready.
Ropics.
This is by Ray Fletcher.
That was kind of crazy.
That's
got
sick.
Mike, the music.
Oh, here we go. Hold up.
Come on, dude.
There it is.
Come on. Let it hold it. There you go.
You gotta give me a heads up. Like, give me an hour. Like an hour heads
We're also living in Delulu land.
So this segment is called the Wheel of Ropics. What is a Ropic, you ask? A Ropic is a race topic. And we have a giant wheel right here behind our screen, right? So we have a bunch of Ropics on this wheel, and we're gonna go ahead and spin it. That's right, Ricky says that. The wheel is back, baby. The wheel is here. Move over, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Ropics is taking over. So we got some Ropics on this wheel. And Ropic number 1, to release or not to release? Ropic number 2, did you notice that? Ropic number 3, lazy. Ropic number 4, out moves. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Can you do me a favor, please? Wait, baby, go.
Really far.
There you go. Come back. All right. And what did it land on?
I can't really see. Can you see
I
it?
can't see it. It landed on power moves. Music.
Wrong music.
Wait.
God damn it.
But
There it is.
Just dance. We're still in Delulu land.
this is like a penguin, like cafe music. You know what I'm talking about?
Penguin Cafe.
No? Okay, it's fine.
No. You're not getting off that easy. What are you talking about?
Club Penguin.
Like, Club Penguin is like a farming game that we played when we were 10.
I know exactly
It's
what you're
not-
talking
Oh
about.
yes. Okay, Mike gets it. That's all
There we
that's
go.
all that we need to know.
Oh, look
it.
who's best friends now. You didn't even know who he was before the show.
Calling me the heck out. Okay.
He's like, who are you?
She was like, guys, before we start the show, who is this guy in the corner?
Who's Mike?
Who's Mike?
So let's talk about some power moves that happened this episode. All right. So first off, I have like 3 or 4 power moves here. First off, Pops and Jeff at the train station. I think we all saw that, which was really cool, and I really appreciate
I'm obsessed with the Jeffs.
I love
they are
them. Such great guys.
Yeah, and they are like so smart because usually if I want to cut somebody in line, I just cut them. But they did kind of like a polite cut, right? Where they're like, okay, no, you go here and we go there. Please help us out. We're on a race for $1 million. And the guy's like, yeah, sure. So nobody really lose any space in line. You're still polite to everybody in the back. And that dude really is really the hero for Pops and Jeff because that was huge because they made it on the train just like 1 minute to spare. So shout out to Pops and Jeff. That was a big power
when
move.
you think that Pops isn't really going to do anything, you think that his son is the one taking control. And all of a sudden Pops comes with that move. That was pretty cool.
That
I
was
like
good.
it.
That was good. That was good. Another power move that I saw. All right, Scott and Lori. Okay, when they were at the Fling It task, they switched so fast because they really realized yo, this task is almost impossible because Han and Holden, you guys didn't go to that task at all, right? So. But you did read the rules. Did you read both sides and did you see something there that you didn't like? So what made you escape Fling It and go to Fold It?
Yeah, I think that a huge part of our game plan, it does not show, right? But I think something that we were trying to do is trying to figure out our game. especially in those first two legs, like we struggled a lot. And I think that like that was the first big decision that we made where we are like, okay, we got to stick with our guns. We read Fling It, and initially we were like, we're gonna do it. Like we both have like sports background, like how hard could it be? But then like upon reading it again, I was like, first of all, like this has to take a long time because like it just seems to be that like on the race, there's always one challenge that is like deceptively easy, but is actually really really hard, and then one that like will take like a constant amount of time to do. And I was like, we cannot like waste time on doing something that like is going to maybe be high risk, high reward. Like we could be out in 2 minutes. I think we need to stick with something that's going to take a while to do. And it just turned out like that we made the right choice that day. But yeah, I think that was like something that like we really, really were thinking about, especially after doing Mawashi for like what felt like a million years. When like the people who finished Mochi, I didn't realize how fast they were done, but they were what, an hour and a half ahead of us. So definitely like the first decision that we made. And then like also I have to give Pops and Jeff so much credit. Like literally after watching that move that they pulled at the train station, I texted Jeff and I was like, you guys are like the grittiest team to ever race. Like you guys are so good.
Do you guys feel like I would never do that in real life? Like I'm not sure what position I'll be in. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you are in a rush where you have to skip somebody in line to get a ticket. But I feel like I'm a little bit more shy to do that. Where on the race though, I would do anything to skip ahead.
I think he would have told everybody in line though. I like the little switcheroo that he did with
that was
with
cool.
him.
That was really cool. So yeah, so that was a part because Scott and Lori, when they arrived at that Fling It task, so I heard that not only did they have to get everything on their first try, like 9 and 9, right? Each, they had to do it under 2 minutes, which is crazy. Like they should have done something to make it a little bit easier for that task. So they had to do that in under 2 minutes, and they realized it so quick. I feel like they probably tried it once and they were gone. Where you have Mike and where they have Nick and Mike that was there for I think 30 something tries. Now, mind you, the tries were probably them just trying it the first one. And as soon as it drops, it counts as a try, right? So even though it said 30 something, they weren't there for that long, right? But and also Alyssa and Josiah, they were there for a while.
They were, but I there's something about that couple. There's a lot of people who came up this episode for me. The Jeffs, also mom and daughter Melinda and Erica. I think they showed up and showed out. Alyssa and Josiah, their relationship together. I feel like they're going to be doing very well on the race as well. Which those are the people that I underestimated, and now they're coming up, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. Really cool to see. But
yeah, so Alyssa and Josiah had that moment where they were there for a while, and they made that decision together to move on over. But it was really sweet to see how they talk to each other.
Yeah. It's just hard because I know on the race, like sometimes you just got to put ego aside and just be like, no, we had to change.
Oh, we would have been in the ninja part for a while.
100%.
That would have been Lewis's fault. 100%.
1000%.
I think I would have had a really tough time, a really hard time changing that task.
We would have been kind of like Alyssa and Josiah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I was in Japan last year. I went to Kyoto and I won a ninja star throwing contest.
Yeah, but that wasn't the hard part of it.
I know.
Yeah, but if you gave him like 10 minutes to train, I'm sure he would have gotten the nail, no problem. Like,
of course, the McDonald's friends all of a sudden hanging up together.
We got each other back, Luis.
So, and another power move. You have Holden and Erica destroying that task. Right, my soccer players. So Holden, let's talk about it.
He's like, gotta bow to the camera, Holden.
What division was it?
It was Division 5. We were.
Is there such thing?
I didn't actually think it was 5, Holden. That's crazy.
When the team, I was like, I didn't know that we went that low, but that's okay.
So go ahead.
Yeah, and honestly, we were not the best team in Division 5 either, at least while I was there. I love my teammates. I love that team. Warrior proud. But I will say that we had some mighty struggles. If the games were just based on who can juggle with their team the best, I do think we would have been like D5 world champs. But because of that, like because soccer like requires you to score goals, we didn't quite reach that title.
Didn't you have a clip of this moment? This was one of my favorite moments of this episode.
Oh, dude, his quote,
Oh,
where's
it
the
was
mouth?
too good.
Oh, wait,
Do you?
hold on. Do we have it? No, I don't have it. No, the Japanese man, he doesn't even know. Oh, I don't have it.
I'm not gonna lie, Holden. Your one-liners are killing me this episode. They're so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I remember that after like those like confessionals, I was like, at least one of these has to make the episode. Like,
I feel like that's always the goal with the confessionals, or like for me as well. I was always trying to make these dumb one-liners that, you know, sometimes they appear, sometimes they don't. I think one of the ones that appeared for me was the when we were doing that brick task in Spain. And they were like, "Oh, so talk about bricklaying." I'm like, "I didn't come from a family of bricklayers. I came from a family of salsa dancers." And then that, I don't know why I said that.
As
like,
you had
I don't
said before, that you don't come from
that I don't
salsa
dance.
dancing.
But I don't know why I said that. Like, my family doesn't like come. They're not professional salsa dancers. But anyway,
You guys are just trying to make the title of the episode. Just say it.
no, honestly, like the minute I learned that episode titles are based off of one-liners, I'm like, dude, this is my new goal.
You're just throwing them out there.
All right. So let's continue with the wheel of ropics. So I know Holden. So right now, I know you're in the car. Oh, music.
To the penguin.
Oh yeah.
What is this? I still don't know what that is. Oh, is that? I thought that was a dance that the penguin did. No.
No, that's what I was trying to do, but
Okay.
probably poor execution.
Gotcha. So the wheel of ropics. We got some ropics left. To release or not to release. Did you see that? And lazy. So Holden, I know you're in the car right now, but Han, you got your wheel, right? The wheel of ropics in the mail?
We sent to FedEx.
Yeah, we sent it to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's right there. Just reach
Just,
through.
you got it,
Behind the
right?
camera.
I
Behind the
got
camera.
it.
Okay, go ahead and spin the wheel for us. Perfect. Go ahead and spin the wheel.
Yep, spinning.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
yep.
There it
Got it. And what did it land on?
Lazy.
Lazy.
Damn, who is lazy?
Lazy. I'm gonna tell you who is lazy. Production was a little lazy.
Ooh.
Damn, Lewis.
Hey, look, I defend.
We're getting canceled.
I defend production a lot. I'm always gonna make the excuse because of budget, right? But just having the express pass in the same area like that, where just the other team member has to do 5 passes as well for an express pass, something so important. Like I felt that they should have done more of a challenge and to show more of an effort to get that express pass, and maybe even give a chance like another team like Han and Holden to get it.
It was pretty funny because I remember Holden ripped open the clue and it said express pass, and we laughed and we looked at the camera. We're like, we're gonna do it. They didn't show it though.
Oh, that's so cute.
Who's doing the roadblock?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, James is gonna agree with you 1000%. They needed to actually work for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
yeah.
should they have done then, Lewis? Because you can
All right.
criticize all day, but we need
Okay.
solutions.
I mean, number one is make it in a different area where teams have to think about where they're going. All right, we have to go 20 minutes, 15 minutes out of the way to get this express pass, and this might will it cost us the whole leg? Will it cost us the race? Right. So that's one thing you got to do, and just make it something different, not the same thing. I'm gonna chop
Can
it
I
down
ask a
to
question?
yeah. Go ahead.
What if the express pass was like both you and your partner had to, like, both people had to do 10? do you think that would have made it still been lazy, or do you think that would have been harder? Like, I think that would have also like changed people's game.
I just feel like it has to be a different task altogether. But 10 will be
10 is
very
a
difficult.
lot.
Maybe, yeah, that is a lot.
I mean, I know Holden, you're a badass talker. I think you're frozen now. I thought he just looked pissed at me.
He
There it
defend
is.
himself.
There, he's in the Grand
back.
Canyon, guys. So nah, I feel like it should just been something else, another location.
I think maybe they tried doing that so that everyone was able to see it, you know, and they could all kind of fight for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Michelle.
Which leads me into sorry, Scott. I know you're here. Which leads me to Scott and Lori. I'm sorry, Lori. I wish you would have tried it at least once. I saw both teams there, and I feel like she should have tried it at least once.
But she knows her capabilities, so
Yeah,
But
I don't
what if
blame
she
him.
got lucky? One and done.
it's
No.
it's not
I
a
don't blame
luck.
him.
It's not such a luck
that
task.
but that's what I'm saying. That's where I wish you start seeing like multiple teams go in and they're all fighting for the express
But you
pass,
know what? I
'cause
agree
they're
with
right
Lewis.
there.
I agree with Lewis here, right? If it would just say the express pass, you need to travel to this location to try a challenge to get the express pass, and that's all it tells you. How many teams would actually go and be like, okay, I gotta go, and then they wasted their time because somebody was already trying it? Or
I'm just saying at least
and that's
one
what happens
time.
most seasons.
I'm just saying one time.
Lori had a
Come
bad
on.
leg. Lori had a bad leg.
What if she got lucky with a
How
bad
lucky
leg?
was she had a bad leg, dude. So wheel ropics. Mike, you got your wheel, right? You got your wheel ready?
yeah. Give me a second.
Cool. So we got to release or not to release. And did you see that? Go ahead.
Over here. It's over here.
There it is. You got.
There you go. There you go.
It's a big ass wheel for 2 topics or ropics. What did it land on, Mike?
I forgot the topics.
What do you mean? It's right in front of you.
No, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see.
I think from the reflection of your glasses, it says to release or not to release.
Yeah, that's what it says.
To release or not to release.
I never know what Lewis is going to talk about, by the way.
You can just put the topics.
Wait, Mike, I can't hear you. What? Mike, say it again. Do you hear us?
Have a private chat.
Oh,
We
we have
have a
private chat.
private chat. You can put our
Oh, I
topics
forgot.
in the private chat.
What do you mean?
Forget about that.
We deliver
We should do that. We should
we
do that.
deliver ropics to your house.
So what happened in the beginning of the episode was there was when they got to that first route info after the train ride, right? And some teams kept their taxi, other teams released their taxi. Hunter Holden, what did the clue say about taxi? Do you remember?
Holden is frozen. Yeah, he is. Okay. Mr. Grand Canyon is frozen.
Take
Mr. Grand
take it
Canyon
over,
is
Grand.
down. The clue didn't state explicitly whether or not you could keep your taxi,
Mhm.
but since we don't speak Japanese, oh, he's back. That was an iconic face, Holden. Okay.
So continue on. It didn't specify.
So it didn't specify, and since
Okay.
we tried to bargain with our taxi driver, but that day they just didn't really want to speak to us. So that was why we would release our taxis.
Okay.
But I do know that Jack and Carson, since Carson spoke Japanese, they were able to keep their cab driver for the whole day, which I think was a big advantage. But the thing is, taxis weren't that hard to get, so it wasn't awful. But like we probably wasted 10 minutes total, I would say, the whole day trying to like look for taxis.
That's not so
Maybe
bad.
15.
That's not so bad. You guys like that. Wow. I mean, 10. How far behind? Do you guys know how far behind the other teams were behind you?
Well, we finished 15 minutes behind Nick and Mike, or like 20 minutes behind Nick and Mike.
Okay.
So
15 minutes behind, and then you guys were ninth this leg, and
hell yeah, baby. That
that's
was
right.
the most epic 9th place in the history of the Amazing Race. Okay.
I love that.
It was epic. Like you guys were like
It
2
was.
hours behind from the first team, and like I said, 40 minutes. And you guys did great. Now, let's talk about really quick the folding task. Now, you guys had a famous, little bickering session there, right?
Oh my gosh, I love brother and
It's
sister
so
fights.
fun to watch.
It's so good.
Like we're not like that at all. Like if I start fighting with her, she's gonna shut down. Like, and
No,
she
and
won't
then
race.
nobody's gonna like it.
But I feel like
brother and sister are loud.
of
Like,
course,
it's funny.
I feel like if Mike, since you grew up with him, and if Mike were to bicker with you, you'll probably perform good.
I'll probably be mad at him too, but like be like, I could do this. But with you, I'll be like,
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, I think you're right, Lewis. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So Han, give us details about what happened there. Like, what was going on with the origami?
Oh man. So he's back again.
Get it out the
For
Grand
how
Canyon.
long, we'll never know.
he was like, you guys want to talk about our fight? I'm back.
Defend himself. I think, like Holden said, like we had spent so much emotional energy trying to catch up. And I think the thing with the race that people, like, when you watch it, you don't realize is like every single, like, it's like broken up into more tasks than just the roadblock and the detour. It's a task to get to the detour. It's a task to get to the roadblock. It's a task to get to the pit stop. And it's like, there's just so much mental energy that's required in each step. And so once we get to the detour, we know that like after this, it's the pit stop. And so we kind of like can feel this, like, I don't know, like we just wanted to feel like the taste of survival. And so I think, and that was a roadblock that required so much patience. And that's something that I think, patience and precision. And that's something that Holden and I are not the best at. I think I have pretty good patience. I think Holden's patience could be better. And then I think the precision, just like from both of us, is like very mediocre at best. And I think like we got stuck and I was just trying to solve the damn thing. And sometimes like, I get it. Like when you're in a very stressful situation, it's like very easy for like one person or the other person to like shut down. And to, like, I think what makes a good team is being able to balance each other out, in that when you recognize the other person shutting down, like what can you do to help bring them back to like a level in which we can solve the task together.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of like the way Holden operates, I just can't react. Like I kind of have to like let it run its course, and like it'll be funny for TV.
Holden, do you agree with that?
Yeah, dude,
I love how
man.
chill he is in the car listening. He has like a sun glowing in his hair,
Grand Canyon.
looking side to side.
So Holden, so pretty much your sister's saying that, you know, she lets you burst your bubble, and she's pretty much on the sideline there, all calm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's exactly what happened, right? And I was just crashing out. Like I think something to like to think about, right, is like when you're watching like March Madness, and all these teams are like coming back from like down 25. Like it's so hard to close out that gap and then like take the lead, just because like the last step is the hardest step, which is like making the right decision to like win the game. And I think that like, I was just crashing out. Like, I don't know if Han touched on this when I was like gone in terms of like my connection, but I think that like one of the things that we did, right, it's like a mini task, but even though we were releasing our cab drivers, we had no friction with the language, because we would just have locals write in like Japanese kanji, like exactly like the name of the location we needed to be at. So like no cab driver ever asked us like, I don't know where that is. They would read the Japanese and they'd be like, bang, all right, let's go.
Awesome.
I love it.
Nice.
So,
I have a
like,
question
it was,
about I have a question about this task. So at one point your paper looked like shit. Like it looked like like you guys stuck it in hot garbage, and you brought it out and tried to fold it again. So what did you guys, were you guys able to switch papers? Is that part of like, were you able to do that?
No, like that was part of why I was getting so stressed out, is because you only got one paper.
Oh.
No, you could get another paper.
No, it said that papers rip easily, so you will only get one on the clue. I remember reading that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And that's why I was crashing out, because I was like, because everybody who came in from Fling It were like, dude, that was the most impossible. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, even the gamemanship of the race, where you're like, I shouldn't tell people how hard something is. Like, they were all so actively frustrated with like, that was the most impossible thing I've ever done. I can't believe that was even like a side of the detour. Like that they were like letting that slip, and I was like, we simply cannot do Fling It, because like we will not survive if we do Fling It. And so like in terms of like fixing the paper, it was just like you had to watch like the little kids do it over and over again, and like have some idea of like just have some idea of like, okay, is this like a proper fold? And like some of
Han,
the folds were.
your little brother was right.
You're a bit.
Of
You would
course,
have to
Scott
tape
knows
it.
how he
Say
remembers.
sorry. Say
Memory-
sorry to your
God.
brother.
Oh God! In public, I would rather set my hair on fire.
All right.
Yeah, hold
That
on,
was-
not getting that from me.
Thank you so much. You know,
All right.
I've
All right, I have a
been here for
question.
Many of your son's fights. This one thanks you.
All right. I have a question for you guys. What is the first thing you think of when you hear the name Montoya?
Anigo.
I am Inigo Montoya. Killed my father. There to die.
Where is that from? Mike, tell me you know.
Yeah, that's from isn't that the Princess Bride?
Oh, Princess
Hell
Bride.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Jack and Carson
the
said.
sound effect button.
Damn, no one's gotten it.
He's got in this. Maybe this should have been a segment.
This is it's because it's
So-
viral in Miami, not anywhere.
No, that's not
No,
true, Mike.
it's
That's
not.
not true. It's viral everywhere else. But let me just introduce a segment, okay? This is a segment I like to call Michel, por favor.
Good luck.
No,
Travel safe.
Racing Race, ¿por qué? No,
Michel, cálmate, calm down.
¿por qué?
Por favor.
You should have given some context.
No, I
That's
want to
epic.
see their faces. I don't want to give them any clues because I want to see their faces. Like, what is going on here? Which has happened to every single one of our guests so far. So
Yeah, but we gotta add their faces on the side.
that's a great idea. Mike, can we do that for next time? Get on it,
I'll do that next
producer. So Han and Holden, this is a famous clip that nobody's seen
Apparently
but it's pretty much a viral clip of a dude named Montoya. He is in a show called Temptation Island. And I gotta explain it to Holden again. He's in a show called Temptation Island, but in Spain,
Oh, he's
right?
there.
And pretty much Montoya is I'm sure Mike is gonna pull up some videos soon.
doing it right now.
So Holden, this guy Montoya, right? He's on Temptation Island. He's watching, but in Spain, all right. This is Temptation Island in Spain, right? So he's watching his girlfriend cheat on him, like having sex with another dude in the Temptation Island, right? So this guy goes crazy. He runs down the beach. He's going insane, and he's about to go into the camp of the other side of the island. And the host is saying, "Montoya, por favor, Montoya, please, por favor." And Montoya's very emotional. He's hitting the water. He's hitting the sand. He's like, "No, por qué?" So this is why Michelle has a segment called Michel, por favor. Han looks so lost.
I am trying my best.
Yes, it's gonna connect right now. So basically, this is where Michelle is just watching the race, and she's like, "No, por qué, por favor, no!" And pretty much watching a team just either mess up, or maybe a team gets eliminated or something. So Michelle, talk about your Michel, por favor, for this week.
Yeah, so this week we're gonna start with it hurts my soul to say this. You're so sweet. I don't even know how to.
We're doing great today, guys. Is it here? No. Where is
I
it?
think
Oh
you
no,
have
it's
it
right
over
here. It's up here. Okay.
Okay. So I love them. They're sweet. But you get to a clue, right? And it says kick. Something of kicking.
Right. Yeah. Do you guys remember the exact wording? What was it?
Who's ready for some? Who's up for some kicks? Who's up?
Who's
up for
up for some kicks?
Uh-huh.
So do you choose the athletic one or the one who went to band?
As long as I don't say Han and Holden, I'm feeling good.
That wasn't it.
Cologne. That's not it. You didn't upload the clip.
That's the one you sent me.
That's the one we were
That's
asking
what you
for
gotta send it to
earlier.
me, guys.
Okay, let's just talk about this.
Luis, por favor.
Oh
Luis,
my God.
Por favor.
Courtney and Jasmine go up to that clue and it says the kicking, and they pick the one who's been in band instead of the athletic one. Ooh, that hurt my soul. Watching, is it Courtney?
How did you guys know it was soccer? Like, you guys right away were like, soccer, it's soccer. Did you guys see them?
I mean,
I was
kicking.
like, when I was running, I was like looking and I was trying to take a peep and I saw a ball fly and I heard kicking and I was like, this is soccer.
Ooh,
And I
yes.
Maybe
yeah,
that's
like
cheating.
initially, like
Hey, he's gone again,
so
ladies
that's
and
why I,
gentlemen.
like, think that,
Oh,
like,
he's back.
Courtney and Jasmine. Oh wait, am I back?
Yeah.
Like yeah, Hans said it's soccer, Holden. You like this is you. But like when I read kicks, I was like, we're at some shrine in Japan. I'm pretty sure this is like karate. And she's like, I saw the ball fly. Like we need to go. So I think that like if it was something like karate, like it would make sense that the band person does it just because like that's attention to detail. It might be like rhythmic or something. But yeah, we love them. I genuinely.
No, I love them.
Like they were so
They're
nice.
so
They were
sweet.
so great.
Oh, they're so sweet,
I
and
don't know.
I love how calm they are, but I also hate how calm they are for a race because I don't think I ever saw them running. They were always walking, or they said, which again, in situations during the race where you have to be calm, that's a good attribute, but I wanted a little pep in the step, and it hurt my soul when she said, "I'm the athletic one. She used to do band. I don't know why we chose that for her." So it hurt my soul watching her kick that ball, and it would go all over the place. Like it wasn't even near being close. But that was my first one.
I don't want to click your second one. I have no
Okay.
idea. Oh wait, I think I do
know
see it.
this one is right.
Okay, this one's right.
Okay.
All right, next on Michelle, Michelle, por favor.
I didn't want to do this. I'm just gonna play it.
Sit down for a second. Let's both sit down. Let's both sit down. I know that sounds very ironic as these two jocks from Brooklyn. Thoughts that were running through my mind every morning. We start our day by checking in with each other and a daily meditation together.
You're so
Those are the
mean.
freaking goats,
so
dude.
mean.
You are
Those
so
are
mean.
the
I didn't
goats.
want to do it.
So
Holden,
Michelle,
to give you a reference.
Yeah, go
it's
ahead, go
the
ahead, On.
Mike clip that you missed.
Mhm.
I
Okay,
saw
you're
the
Oh,
video.
Holden, yeah.
What were we talking about?
where they were meditating. They were meditating right before the
Gotcha.
in the middle
Yeah.
in the middle of a challenge. But basically,
Yeah, dude, I
like
did that. Like,
No, low key, if we did that, I feel like it would have been a game changer, straight up.
Okay, here's the thing. Nothing against meditation. I think it's incredible.
Michelle was scared. She's like, "Oh, people are gonna think I'm
They're
against
gonna cancel
meditation,
me.
and they're gonna come against me."
They're gonna cancel me. But you're in a race for $1 million. You see nobody else. You don't know if you're last right now because you have not seen who is in folded or what fold it is. And you decide to meditate. And my thing was like, maybe if they meditated and left right away, I would have been like, ooh, but they meditated and stayed for, I don't know how much longer. They could have only showed like 5 seconds and it would have been a lot longer. But they stayed there. And I don't know. I'm like, you're in a race. How could you take that time to stop when you don't see anybody? You know?
Yeah, I would have never done that. And I
I
told you,
feel
yeah,
like-
feel free to talk about it because I disagree. Like, yeah, you don't meditate. Okay, look, meditate after, meditate before, right? But you're in a race. How many times have you seen like marathon runners just pause in the middle of the race running and they just meditate? Like, no, like you gotta move. Now, Han, before I get to you, I just want to say this because, for example, season 31, you had Colin and Christy, right? Was it 31? Yeah, 31.
Yeah.
Colin and Christy on the very last task for $1 million. They were going up against Tyler and Corey. They were putting the band, the drummer set together, right? And both teams couldn't figure it out. This is the last task for $1 million, and they were stuck, right? But they were that, and then they took a break. They literally just closed their eyes, but it was like for like 5 seconds. You see them go like this on the race, and they just like, all right, breathe. But all right, let's get back into it, right? But I think that's the most, maybe just to calm down a little bit, right? And it led them to win. So
My thing was they were by themselves. They couldn't see anybody and they just stopped.
that's, yeah. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Han, what do you
I
think?
know. What you got?
So basically we can't speak to that, but what we can speak
Okay.
to is during origami. And you could see them, they got visibly frustrated. They were like, Mike, no. Iconic moment. Love them. Totally get the sentiment. It's like younger brother. You could tell who the older sibling is. It's funny. They meditated again when they were at that roadblock. for
Okay.
that
I wish you would have shown it.
Yeah, I thought they would too. And we shit you not, after they meditated, that they were a different team. Like they got it very, very quickly. While Holden and I were struggling, whatever, because we would not take a break and we are just going at it. Like it paid off for them for that portion of the detour. And so, and like now I've recently like become a meditator, like a daily meditator. I understand like how meditation works. And honestly, I think if we were to do the race again, I wouldn't think that that's a strategy that is a time waster. Like I feel like it's a strategy that I probably would use.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna play devil's advocate, Lewis, because that's not how your mind works, and that's okay, right? Like that's all right. But there are some people who, in panic mode, they need to reset, right? And meditation is so good for resetting if you can do it, right? If you can't do it in a panic mode, then it's not gonna work. But I agree with Han.
I guess why I added it to my segment was because they were alone and you didn't see like a result of it. Maybe if I would have seen it while it was happening in the paper situation, and then they become a different team.
They showed them meditating in a task they still didn't complete. So
and not only that, because maybe that could have helped them to leave, but they were by themselves. Like they had no idea where they were in the race.
But Mike, you're very right about that. Like, just some people work differently. Like they just gotta
sure.
close their eyes and calm down, and they're a different person. So I think you started some meditation too, Mike, because you're like a ninja now. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yep, that is absolutely correct.
You're a ninja?
You don't even know. So
Mike,
I
how
saw.
good are you? Can you throw 3 nails into like?
So I saw The Amazing Race. Yeah, hold it. So I saw it and I decided I got to go to classes. And that's exactly what I did. So guess what, guys?
Oh,
All right.
he's back.
All right.
I have no idea what's happening.
Todd and Holden, this is a brand new segment you're witnessing live right
We
now.
have no idea.
We have no idea what he's doing.
All
Those
right.
graphics
All
are pretty
guys.
sick though, right?
Yeah.
Mike, can you add some light to your room, please?
He's making it mysterious. Oh my gosh. What is he doing?
So I've got, for the rest of the show, I'm going to be trying to hit 3 in a row. All right. I will not stop until I hit 3 in a row. You might see me meditate. That's okay.
Wait.
Okay. I have
So
3
my
pencils.
producer's gonna be gone.
Oh,
yes,
wait,
pencils.
why did I think they were the actual like little
Really, babe?
I don't have ninja stars. I'm very sorry. I have 3 pencils.
No, like
and I
that
have
little
to hit
spear
3 in a
one.
row. And I'm going to count how many attempts I'm doing. All right.
Have you?
I mean, are we supposed to keep talking?
Yes. Let's go ahead.
You keep
All
talking.
right. Yeah, so we're gonna keep talking about next week's episode. All right. Next week's episode, we have the driver's seat coming up. So I do not have a picture of the driver's seat because dang it, I am not prepared for this show today. But stop. That is not. You're like 2 inches away. You dropped the other one.
You are actually 2 inches away.
Yeah. But
Just
what's great? So what's great about doing a recap episode 6 days after the episode itself, we get to see some footage for next episode. So we got this one right here, and we have, Scott. Oh wait, no, rewind, patras. We have, all right. So you guys are in ATVs. This is Bali, right? And right now we have Jonathan and Anna going first, but they didn't finish first last leg. So it looks like there was an equalizer here. Han and Holden can't say anything right now because they can't, obviously. So we
I
have
didn't see that.
Jonathan and Anna leaving for first. Second to go is Nick and Mike out
My
the door.
meditators. There we go.
They must have meditated on the plane. So, and then we have third, we have Scott and Lori coming out. Boom, buzzing.
Okay.
Oh, Scott hauling ass, baby.
Yeah.
And then fourth, Han and Holden up to number 4. Mike, we're not watching you.
I'm on attempt number 4. All right, guys.
Wait a second. How many have you gotten?
I did it the first time and the 4th time. I might have to meditate soon, so just bear with me, guys. All right, so just stick with it.
We have another clip here. All right, we have. All right, this is Alyssa and Josiah here doing something with I don't know some type of bamboo.
Oh my
And
god, that looks hard.
yeah, that looks very hard. And I think there's a demonstration station, and they're going back and forth, and they're trying to copy it. So this is what we got next week, guys. And also is the driver's seat. Can I drop this picture in time for the driver's seat? Anyways, the driver's seat, we see pretty much all the teams with weights. It looks like pounds on top of it.
I
It
don't
looks
think
like
you should drop the driver's seat photo.
What's the?
You don't
what's
want to
the
give
way?
it like
this, Mike. That's how they did it.
you can't ask Han and Holden.
Yeah, they weren't there. This is strong.
Probably that looks right. Probably.
Mike, you created. How long did it take you to make those graphics for this?
For the intro?
No, the graphics for your ninja. How long did that take you?
The board?
No, the graphics, the actual like intro for your segment here, Ninja Mike.
Like 30 minutes? No, but I found a template and then I changed everything up. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think you should spoil who you saw specifically.
No, they didn't show anything. They didn't
Okay.
show that, but it showed a lot of teams pissed off. But Han and
Jeffs?
Holden, the
You saw the
Jeffs were
Jeffs.
mad. The Jeffs were mad.
You
Jeffs
see
were
Lori
mad.
Lori.
pissed off.
Pissed.
Ooh,
Lori's
Lori's
pissed.
got some.
Did Lori get that 25 pound? I don't know. Weight or something. I don't know what they're talking about
There
there
was
with the
another
weight.
team that was pissed.
And there was another team. Bernie was pissed. Bernie, the gloves were off. She said the gloves are off. So I cannot wait for next week. Han and Holden, you guys are fun. Thank you for being on with this. I mean, we're just so all over the place. This was a messy. This episode was messier than most
messiest.
episodes. I'm not gonna lie.
We got a little bit of everything. We got some live sporting events right now.
Yes,
We have Holden in the Grand Canyon.
yes, that's a beautiful sunset, dude.
Yeah, you look beautiful
Yes.
in your seat.
You're glowing, Mike.
While my girlfriend drives the car.
Yes, girlfriend.
What's her name?
Her name's Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
They said,
Is she here?
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
headphones in.
have
Okay,
my
just kidding.
AirPods in right now.
Okay, cool. And Mike, thanks again, I guess.
Mike, I believe
Yeah.
in you.
This is a hard challenge, guys. I think it's a hard challenge.
So you're switching.
Not yet. No.
Oh, wait, that wasn't it.
Wrong one. There you
You
go.
see what happens when I have to produce the show, Mike. Don't let this happen again.
We're still live.
We're still live. Do I end it or are you gonna end
I
it?
hit one. There you go.
Bull crap.